Oh, why don't my friends have any items I can take from them when they die? Like in real life. When I die, Lucky Bee can loot my corpse. I'll definitely have like a tissue in there, my wallet, my house keys, and my phone. That's pretty good, right? Pretty good loot. Keep a gum tissue. Sometimes throughout the day I need to blow my nose. So, I bring like a piece of kitchen towel that I like wipe my nose with. This isn't weird, and you're not gonna gaslight me into thinking bringing a tissue with me is weird. You have killed a policeman, $500. Whatever. It's fine. I have no tissue issues, alright? I can't really see behind me. Shit. We did it! We're golden. I use a new tissue each day. Simple. It's part of my EDC. Do you guys know about EDC YouTube? It's like men's version of makeup YouTube. I don't really understand how they do it, but they make new videos constantly about what they carry with them. I do not mean EDP445. Frequently make videos about, I carry this gun, and I bring this wallet, and I bring this Swiss Army knife with me. I bring this brand of jerky in my pocket. But they make a video like that every day, and thousands of people watch it. Different loadouts for different situations. My life is Call of Duty. Today's loadout is going to be martyrdom. If you get mugged and die, luckily a grenade will drop out of your pocket and kill the thief. So at the very least you'll have post-mortal revenge. EDC. How to build the perfect EDC for you. In this video I'll run through what EDC means for me. And if I were starting again, how would I select what I carry every day? 2 days ago, 29k views.
I spent a lot of time thinking about my EDC and the things that I carry with me every day. On the table here I've got some of the things I carry most of the time, but from some of the comments I've got on my videos, it's clear to me that some people don't even know what EDC is or what it stands for. Some people are coming for
it's the shit you put in your pockets.
Electronic dance music. In this video I'm going to go through some frameworks and kind of how I think about categories
frameworks.
of EDC if you're just starting down this EDC path, or you want to up your game in terms of the types of things you carry with you.
Oh, if you're carrying Wrigley's gum, I think you want to step it up to Altoids.
So starting off, 1. What is EDC?
Alright, explain. This is literally the loot when you kill him. He's grooming his audience into having a good loot table for when he kills you, so he can get guaranteed good drops.
EDC stands for Everyday Carry, and that in itself is very ambiguous. There's a whole community of people.
He's like, oh, hey, if you're going to come to our meetup, your EDC needs to be like between 5 and 30 gold coins, a rare knife, preferably with magical imbuement. You want to carry that with you. Some shoes that give you the ability to fly, put those in your backpack.
People who disagree on what EDC is, and in fact in the comments that I have, and I guarantee you if you look in this video, there will be people who disagree with my definition of EDC. So for people, everyday carry can be what I use, which is the things that you carry with you every day.
Yeah.
I think of EDC as something that kind of comes from the center out. So there's the things I have on me always, like my phone, my wallet, my bracelet.
It is loadouts. The guy in chat who said it was loadouts. It is Call of Duty loadouts.
Watch. Those are things I just always have. That's the kind of core unit of my EDC. But then there's the things I bring with me in my backpack. If I'm if I'm going to the office, the things I carry in my bag with me all the time. I also consider that my EDC. Then there's the things beyond that, the EDC that when I travel, if I'm doing an international flight, if I'm going abroad for a couple of days, if I'm doing some single bag carry, I would call that EDC as well. And
this is demented! That's called packing for your holiday. What? That's called luggage.
I happily make videos on the best.
That's called carry-on.
Types of travel and how to get the most out of your travel with your EDC. But even beyond that, again, if you're going out in the car, I have EDC in my truck. I've got a bunch of stuff that I consider to be EDC in terms of tools and things I use all the time.
Is this people who've convinced themselves owning items that can be picked up is like a hobby?
But at its core, it's the things that you carry with you when you're doing the things that you want to do. Now, other people define it as it could be if you want to have some self-defense aspects as well, in terms of using flashlights and tools, etc., in different situations.
That's probably a lot more meaningful. Yeah.
To get you out of a tricky pinch. And for me, that's not really what EDC is about. It's more about bringing the things with me that, one, bring me joy.
You guys should be carrying some really valuable items and no weapons. By the way, our meetup's next month.
So first and foremost, let's talk about categories. And the first big category is watches. I never leave home without a watch. I need a watch for my work. I need to know where I'm going. I've got kids. I've got a busy schedule. And
I need a watch to know where I'm going?
I'm just not one of those people who's going to take their phone out and look at the time. I'm old school and I like having a nice watch.
That's fair.
I did make a mistake in a video recently of saying that it was worth much more than it is. I don't know how much they're worth. 10K, something like that in terms of dollars, 12K these days. They're an expensive...
Oh, damn. Povo watch.
One of the things I really love about it is that it's powered by my movement, so it doesn't have a battery in it. And I think there's something really symbiotic about that in terms of one day I'll stop moving and the watch will stop working too, and then it will go on to the next.
How is that? How does that make it symbiotic? What do you mean? Wait, what? I don't think that's what symbiosis means. I'm going to develop a parasitic watch that drains your life force and doesn't work. That's what I'm going to do.
Obviously, this is possibly out of the reach of a number of people watching this video. I can imagine it was certainly out of reach for me for a very long time. What's one of the watches that would tick the box for me in terms of...
Even if I won the lottery, I would not purchase a watch.
I feel like I'm achieving a goal, but also just being a great timepiece. And before I had this Rolex Submariner, I had this Tagore Professional. Now, I bought this used and it was about...
I would pay money for a watch that is just indestructible. That would be what I value in a watch. Accurate and utterly fucking indestructible. If I slam my wrist into a wall, I want there to be a dent in the wall and my watch to be untouched.
If you haven't worn what I would deem a luxury watch before and you're wearing Casios or G-Shocks and things like that.
Like, okay, I get being into something like watches. Is the idea of EDC, it's a cluster of hobbies or special interests. I can understand this if it's like, I'm into watches, I'm into like knives, I'm into wallets, and you want to cluster all your little special interests together, and it's like, oh, it's stuff you carry, so I'm into EDC because I have multiple special interests that are combined.
If you're into it and it's something you strive to have, I would say that's probably the first thing I would invest in terms of my EDC. I'd just like to take a minute to ask you to like and subscribe to this video. I've got a small...
He doesn't actually need glasses. He just feels that wearing them gives him a different sense of self. This is his professorial loadout.
Small channel, so everything helps the algorithm find me. Okay, back to the content. Moving on, the second thing, and it's probably more of a boring thing, but I rarely...
Do you want me to debunk this guy? If you want those effects, way cheaper, and you want to project that sense of yourself onto other people, way more strongly, cologne.
If ever leave home without my phone. I've got an iPhone 15 Pro. I work in the tech sector.
If you want that impact to be unavoidable, cologne.
I have to be contactable all the time. It's not one of those 9 to 5 jobs. I get calls kind of at any hour. I've got teams that I manage in Singapore and China and in the US here and Europe. So
at this point, I'm starting to think this is just an ad. Because it seems like this, it's like this niche, special interest sort of hobby or whatever you want to call this. And then there's just some guy being like, oh, I heckin' love iPhones. I love Rolex.
Fantastic little camera. Because I do create these YouTube videos, I often find myself on flights or just out and about with gear, and I'm able to take really good 4K video.
Because I was hoping I'd look at some EDC videos or an EDC video, and they'd be like, this every day it comes with me, and it to just be fucking something that I've never seen or heard of in my life. This phone case changes everything. This wallet, it's just the God wallet. Or even just this watch, you've never heard of it. Here's why it's actually the best, and I wear it every day. And it optimizes my life. My EDC, I carry a phone, a square of kitchen towel, my keys, and my old shitty wallet. And my old shit-ass wallet that is literally coming apart and I need to get a new one.
Apps, and I can also pay for things with Apple Pay. So no brainer, that's the second item. It doesn't have to be an iPhone for you. It doesn't have to be an iPhone 15.
It really makes you think.
So this one here is a small little micro machine Porsche.
Okay, there we go. This better like contain a suicide pill or something. This little car, this better be like, so if someone abducts me and I think they're going to torture me because they think I've got information I don't have, and there's no escape from a painful slow death, I can just pop this wee car in me mouth and bite down.
That I got when I was really young, like when I was a kid. This is a toy I've had for the longest time. And why do you carry a little toy with you in your pocket? So when I look at this toy, I've even
if there's a child, if a child catches your eye, you can just drop it on the floor and they'll run right over.
got little melt marks on the hood of the truck here from when I had a magnifying glass when I was a kid and I was just melting holes in it. It's rusted. There's a little magnet on the bottom. You can't even take the bottom off this anymore. It's so rusted. Anyway, why is a 43-year-old man carrying around a little dinky in his pocket or a little small micro machine in his pocket? When I put my hand in my pocket and I feel it, sometimes I take...
Why is this 43-year-old man rummaging around in his pocket, rubbing his dinky? I didn't know this was the path we were going to go down.
It out, sometimes I roll it around. I am a big fan of setting goals for myself and reminding myself, staying present and kind
it's
of
about the car.
Staying focused on the things that are important
about getting
to me.
the car.
And this
okay.
represents a car that I want to own sometime.
Oh, okay.
I've set myself the goal of ultimately owning an old Porsche, a 1980s Porsche, and having this in my pocket when I put my hand in and feel it really aligns my thinking and makes me remember this is something that I really want over and over many times a day.
I have never seen consumerism at this level.
And it's surprising how it helps me in some of the decisions that I make as I go.
I should do like a parody of this where I'm like, I carry a £20 Robux card in my pocket because it reminds me why I'm doing this. It reminds me why I stream, why I edit videos, why I write scripts. Whenever I feel like I'm running out of energy, I stick my hand in my pocket. I feel that raised texture of the writing on the Robux card, and it just reminds me, this is what I do it for. 20 more Robux. It's not another day of work. It's not another day of grind. It's 20 more Robux.
And for me, the third thing I always bring with me is my wallet. Now, what I've got here is a wallet that I only recently just got. Before I used this wallet, I was using my own wallet.
Is that an obese one-piece wallet? This better not be a sponsor.
Wallet that I made. I made this wallet in 2016. I machined it using a laser cutter that I have at work.
Unless he also made this other wallet, this one's better, just on the back of him having made it.
Genuine leather. I stitched it myself. I've changed the thread in it several times, and I had this in my front pocket for the longest time. And
that is legitimately just cool. I like this. This is good.
But if you are looking for something that you can buy and is available right now, this is the Speakeasy Dillinger. This is a cool guy. Rob is his name. He reached out to me on Instagram and said, I'm making these cool handmade leather wallets. Would you like one? And I absolutely love this one. You
sold your soul. You got rid of your sick...
The thing I like about it is that once you open it up, it's got a flap here. It's got a space where you can put your cards. And behind that...
I like this wallet because it's got a flap and a space you can put your cards. Shut up forever. Some of the links listed are affiliate links. If you click on of these URLs and purchase a product, I may or may not get a small lockback from the seller. Which ones are? Is this one? You were sent the wallet by someone and you gave it a shout out. Is that the entirety of your relationship?
I'll have a link in the description below. I don't make any money from sending people to Rob for a small person, someone here who's got a small business who's creating these awesome products. But please do use them. Let Rob...
I was premature. However, it would be nice if you specified down here.
So the fourth thing that I don't leave home with, and it's definitely part of my EDC, is I bring a set of headphones with me. For me, it's the Apple AirPods Pro.
His one cool thing he abandoned for something someone sent him. And now we're back to Apple products.
2. I've had a couple of sets of these. Actually, I've had all the Apple AirPod Pros.
Is there okay, do any of you guys watch EDC channels? Are there any like schizo EDC channels where he's like, here's this thing I made, here's what I got from a tribe, here's the dagger that was made for me by a tribe I had to prove myself to, and here's the ring I wear, it's made from human skin.
Since they came out, I buy at least one set a year because I either break them or lose them, but they're fantastic.
Sire Cool says these videos are just affiliate link mills. I get the impression that is what it is.
I take a lot of calls as part of my job. I listen to audiobooks wherever I go.
I like to hide it just like an Easter egg.
Maybe you have to take them out for 10 minutes midway through and give them a bit of a charge, but it gives your ears a break anyway.
You know what else gives your ears a break? Not ramming stuff inside of them and wearing the over ears.
I think it's a game changer. Most people at this...
I still don't understand. Sire Cool, I presume, is correct in that EDC seems like EDC outside of talking about weapons. This kind of EDC does seem like a way to produce content that is just ripe for having 1 million affiliate links. Because this doesn't feel organic? I don't know. This is so weird. I can understand individual things. I can understand being a watch guy. I can understand being an audiophile. I can understand being super into wallets. But to be like, I'm all about my overall setup. By the way, most of my shit is like Apple. What? He's got a knife. Chat, watch out, he's got a knife. He's got that glasses code. Where's the, Oh, it looks like he doesn't have an AirPod link. Okay.
Probably not on everybody's list, but I really don't like to leave the house without having a notebook. In specific, this Tomoe River notebook. I use this paper, it's Japanese paper. I've used it for years. I've got so many. So many.
Okay, to be honest, this is more like it. This is what I'm talking about. This is a paper made by Japanese virgins before they're sacrificed.
Of these notebooks, I probably have...
No, this is good. This is good. I like... If I'm going to watch someone talking about what they carry every day, I don't want it to be Apple. I want it to be the traditional, ancestral Japanese paper.
20 of them filled out. I use them for all my notes. I do morning pages in the morning where I write down all my thoughts before I start work. Just a stream of consciousness, just to get my thoughts out on paper. But this...
Is this Becky from Twitter? Is this the gamer? Does he also do stream of consciousness tweets?
Notebook I've had for a long time. I probably use one of these small notebooks, probably just maybe 2 a year. So I don't write that many notes, but I probably write something in it 2 or 3 times a day. A little thought that I have, a little to-do list. I think it's much nicer to write.
Did he plan getting a hernia? Oh, hernia surgery and recovery. In case he forgets that he had surgery, he needs a little note.
You know, I draw these calendars in on it. I take the time to do it. I'm a nerd.
You better have a sick-ass pen. You better have the sickest pen I've ever seen in my life to justify this notebook.
Like that, but I love having a little pocket notebook. And with that, I carry a pocket fountain pen as well. This is the Koiko Lilliput in copper. Again, this is something that I have to thank my subscribers for, because someone recommended this at one point to me in the comments, and I went and looked it up and fell in love with it. When I write with it, it makes me smile, it makes me happy.
I can understand that. I can understand that. It's like me with keyboards, and a lot of people with keyboards. How much does that cost? I would guess it's an affiliate link, based on what he has said. It is, in fact, an affiliate link. £70.58. Okay, someone in chat was thinking $200. No.
This in my pocket is if I'm on a plane, and for that I'll go for a gel pen. I've got a bunch of gel pens. In fact, if you're thinking of getting a pen,
so like what, nearly $100? So like what, nearly $100?
I bring a pocket knife with me, or a tool, a multi-tool, either a Leatherman or something small. I really like this knife in terms of like how it opens. It's a beautiful opener. I didn't like that movement.
I thought it was going to cut his damn fingertip off.
And it's also got a push lock, so you can flick it by just pushing the lock like that.
How many knives do I have? I have, of course, no knives, not even kitchen knives.
Little knife. I've only had it for a week, and just disclosure, Basti did send this to me for free. They haven't paid for a review. They haven't asked me to do anything, but it did just arrive in the mail, and I really like it. I've been carrying it for the last week, and it's a nice little knife.
Imagine trying to threaten an EDC YouTuber and their next video after you send them a package is like, oh, I'm going to bring this with me every day. Someone sent me this really cool knife in the mail. It was covered in a red liquid, but I could wash that off no problem. I guess something leaked during transit. I really like it. How do I spread butter? Like every person in Britain does, with the back of a spoon or with my fingers.
The other thing is this ring. I like to wear fitness trackers. This is the Ultra Human Air. I actually like how it looks now. When I first put it on, I'm not a ring person.
Looks a
but
bit
I actually
too
really like how it
chunky.
looks. I've really got used to it, and I wear it all the time.
Looks a
so it's
little
something
bit
I carry
too
with
chunky.
me.
In
I
my
like to
opinion.
track my health. I like to.
All right, I'm done with this. 90-day goon? 90-day goals. 90-day goals. Okay. All right. What the hell did we just watch that? Whatever, it's fine.